Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been following the Browns, you know that the AFC North is always a battleground. But this season looks like it might bring some unexpected twists, especially with the story of their young quarterback, Shedeur Sanders. Yes, Sanders, the former Colorado star, the guy many believed was destined for a top 10 pick in last year's draft. But life, as it often does, threw him some curveballs. And right now, he's in Cleveland, fighting to prove his worth amidst a lot of noise, both on and off the field. It's fascinating because Sanders has shown flashes of brilliance early in his NFL journey, impressive arm talent, composure beyond his years, and a natural ability to command the huddle. That's the kind of talent that gets you excited about the future of the franchise. But then, the off-field issues cropped up, and suddenly the narrative shifted. It's not just about the talent anymore, it's about how he handles adversity, how he responds when things aren't going perfectly. Recently, Sanders was caught up in a couple of speeding tickets, and that has stirred up quite a bit of chatter. You see, for a rookie, especially one trying to carve out a place in Cleveland's crowded quarterback room, every mistake, every misstep is under a magnifying glass. And let's be honest, Cleveland fans are known for their passionate, sometimes tough-love approach to their players. They demand excellence, but they also want to see accountability. That's what makes this story so compelling. Because, despite the setbacks, Shedeur's mindset remains focused on growth, on learning from his mistakes, and on seizing the opportunity that's been handed to him. But before we dive deeper into his current situation, let's take a quick step back and look at what makes Cleveland's quarterback room so intriguing this season. The Browns have been on a bit of a roller coaster ride at the position. They've had flashes of brilliance from Deshaun Watson, who, despite all the controversy surrounding his past, has shown that he can be a game-changer when healthy. Yet there's always that question mark hanging over him: can he stay consistent? Can he deliver when it counts? That's where Sanders comes into the picture. The Browns drafted him in the 5th round, at number 144 overall, which was seen by many as a steal considering his previous hype. But the fact that he fell so far was a huge storyline. It raised eyebrows and made people wonder if there were underlying issues, whether on or off the field. And now, Sanders is in Cleveland, not just trying to prove himself as a player but also as a person. The offseason has been promising in terms of his physical development and his grasp of the playbook, but it's clear that the off-field distractions have impacted him. The speeding tickets, which he briefly addressed in a social media clip, have become a talking point. He admitted to making some wrong choices and expressed that he's learning from those mistakes. But as Skip Bayless pointed out in his recent commentary, there's a difference between saying you're learning and taking full responsibility. Bayless was quite direct, criticizing Sanders for his response to the incident, pointing out that a more responsible, immediate statement might have helped his image and shown true accountability. It's a reminder that in the NFL, how you handle adversity can sometimes be as important as what you do on the field. The Browns organization is aware of the situation, and publicly, they've expressed confidence that Sanders is taking care of his issues. Nonetheless, this is an uphill battle for him, fighting for reps and respect in a very competitive environment. Cleveland's coaching staff, led by Kevin Stefanski, has always emphasized growth, discipline, and team-first mentality. They're not going to throw a rookie into the fire just because of potential. They want him to develop, to mature, and to be ready when the moment comes. Sanders, for his part, seems to understand this. Despite the setbacks, his attitude remains positive. He's approaching training camp with a focus on learning the ins and outs of the NFL game, absorbing knowledge from veterans, and improving every day. In fact, Sanders has been quite transparent about his mindset. He sees this as a process, one that requires patience and dedication. Instead of stressing about where he stands on the depth chart, he's emphasizing the importance of being a good teammate, learning from the older guys, and polishing his skills. It's a mature approach for someone so young. My goal is to be the best teammate and to be as polished as I can be in every aspect, Sanders said recently. I view things as I got time. I got time to grow and mature and understand the defenses and listen to the vets. So, I see this as a plus. I have the time to really get a good grasp on everything, and when my time comes, I'll be ready. But I'm not rushing it. I focus on the small things in practice, because I know that over time, the big things will come. This kind of attitude is exactly what Browns fans want to see from their young quarterback. It's about resilience, patience, and a growth mindset. And considering the history of Cleveland quarterbacks, from Bernie Kosar to Tim Couch, to Baker Mayfield and Baker's ups and downs, the city knows all too well how vital it is to have a stable, mature signal caller who can lead a team through thick and thin. Sanders' journey is just beginning, but the expectations are high. The Browns are aiming to contend, to push deep into the playoffs, and ultimately to make a real Super Bowl run. They've assembled a roster with talent across the board: defense, offensive line, skill positions. And now, it's about the quarterback stepping up and leading. Looking ahead, the competition in Cleveland's quarterback room is fierce. Deshaun Watson is the veteran, the known quantity, but Sanders is eager to carve out his space. The coaching staff has made it clear that no one's job is guaranteed, and every practice, every game, is an opportunity to show what you're made of. Sanders' focus on daily improvement, on understanding the game better, and on being a reliable teammate is exactly what NFL teams love to see from young players trying to break through. The NFL season is a long grind, and the Browns know that having a young quarterback who can develop into a franchise guy is crucial to their future success. And let's not forget the bigger picture here. Cleveland has been longing for stability at the quarterback position for years. They've had flashes of hope, but consistency has eluded them. If Sanders can harness his talent, learn from his mistakes, and develop that mental toughness Bayless was talking about, he could very well be the answer for the Browns. Someone who can lead them to the promised land, to another Super Bowl appearance. The city's fans are hungry for that, and the team is putting their faith in young Shedeur to grow into a leader, not just a talented gunslinger. As training camp approaches, all eyes will be on Shedeur, on how he responds to the pressure and how he continues to grow. The Browns are putting their resources behind him, and the fanbase is eager to see if he can rise to the occasion. It's a story of potential, setbacks, perseverance, and hope, just like the Browns' history itself. They've been through a lot, but every new season brings new hope, and right now, that hope is centered around this young quarterback and how he's going to shape their future. So, Browns fans, keep your eyes peeled because this story is far from over. There are plenty of chapters yet to be written, and the next few months could decide a lot about where this team is headed. The NFL is a league of redemption and resilience, and Shedeur Sanders might just be the next chapter in Cleveland's ongoing quest for greatness. And remember, it's not just about talent. It's about mental toughness, accountability, and the ability to learn from every stumble along the way. That's what will determine whether he's just another promising rookie or the franchise quarterback Cleveland has been craving for years. Now, I want to turn it over to you, Browns fans. What do you think about Sanders' journey so far? Do you believe he can overcome the off-field distractions and become a leader on this Browns team? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more analysis, and all the latest news about your team. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep this Browns family growing stronger every day. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Browns.